Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Cocoon. I hate that it cuts there. I would have loved a slow zoom in as you kind of get the sense of scale. Oh well. This is the titular Cocoon, one would have to assume. Let's hope that YouTube lets me actually play this. There we go. Alright. Terms of services have not changed. Ah, yes. This is a puzzle game by the lead designer behind Limbo and Inside. This is what they've done next. Not by the same dev team, just the lead designer. And it is visually stunning, has an amazing soundscape to it, and there are definitely things it thinks are puzzles. I would say that there are maybe 2 or 3 really cool puzzles that it has in it, that unfortunately the promise of them is not ever expanded on. But that's very late in the game. Right now, we are just playing little Bugman who came out of the cocoon in this alien world where nothing is explained to us and we have no idea what's going on. Actually, can I escape this way? No. I wanted to love this game. I still do want to love this game. Unfortunately, the game really likes to play, especially with its art direction, blending the line between what is organic, what is natural occurring, like these rock formations, and what is like mechanical, machines, inorganic, design. Where that line is drawn gets fuzzier and fuzzier throughout the game. Okay. Oh, we got some little squiddlies down there, but I need to be on that. So it swaps position. Thankfully, I can just... Oh, dang it, I did the wrong thing. Let me do the thing correctly. I need to get off down here. There we are. So, that puzzle right there. Realizing that by affecting one thing, you are actually affecting multiple things, and you need to have a gate in a specific state to get you across. I'm going to wager that 80% of the puzzle design in this game is the bridges out. Which is not bad. It's not terrible. We also have the door is locked. That's a good chunk of it. You hate to see that the door is locked. And yes, a lot of this game is just feeling it out, right? Like, you don't have... How do I say this? You don't have explicit instructions on what to do, so the game just kind of pushes you along forward. Like, I am now trapped in this area. I have been ratcheted to, this is where I must go to progress. Okay, well, what do I do? There's nothing here. I have one action button, which was the button I used to confirm, so I'll just run over things that look like they might be interactable. Oh, and when my wings flash out, then I can do something on this pad. And here's the main gimmick of the game. Orb. Orb. Everyone loves a good orb. Cocoon. Oh, because all of the letters in Cocoon were all orb-shaped, and so yes, it's very... it's always gotta be bugs, doesn't it? I mean, I guess with a name like Cocoon, you'd expect it to be bugs. But whatever that statue was, we woke it up, and then it went into the orb, which we can now carry around, because that orb was where we were. We were in a pocket dimension. We are now one layer removed in reality, so we are on, like, Aleph 1. An infinity larger than what we were on. Cool. Now what? So this world is not colorful like the previous. It is It is very much more mechanical. There's still bits and pieces of foliage that you can find. Like, and how much of are we mechanical versus biological, right? Like, we have a shiny winged carapace. We are now able to get the bridges out the other way. I guess that is a tutorial about, like, these orbs are power sources as well. There really isn't any point to exploring, just go to the next most obvious location. Orbs go in tubes, and then the tube will power up the door. Obvious wire tracing works. Okay, we can do that. Oh, and these are just stand-on switches. We don't have to activate them. It looks like we're trying to power up the bridge to go over there. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Get an orb all the way that way. So if we drop off an orb inside, and then hit the buttons that are in our path in the only order that they can go in, we have solved the devious ball puzzle. Fantastic, you love to see it. I've also heard people call this game an interesting, like, Zelda-like, in which you have... Okay, so this is more damning with faint praise, unfortunately. I'm going to be more harsh on this game than I would otherwise like to be. Oh, we're moving a wall. We have closed the gate off, and it slides back and forth. I'm going to assume the second one does the same thing. There we go. We can get through, no problem. But yes, I've heard people compare this to Zelda-like gameplay design, where, you know, you have your new tool, which is this orb that you go and play with, and very interesting interactions, and then that's your puzzle content. It's also got some, like, Zelda-style bosses. I would say they're more Wario Land 3-ish in execution, but again, we'll get there. But damning with faint praise, Zelda, none of this feels like an interesting dungeon. Like, I'm never backtracking. I'm just ratcheting forward in my content. If I'm seeing new things, then I am progressing, I guess. I'm not getting lost in an intricate world where I'm going to have to be, like, rearranging all of the pieces and fully understanding the physical layout of it. It's just keep pushing forward. Right. I didn't really explain what I did there. I opened up this, which left me with a pool of water showing me where I would be jumping into. And now I can warp forward back into this world with no real goal because I can't move back. Wham, wham. Okay. So, we now can go in and out of our orbs. Fantastic. I can't do anything over there. Really? I can't do anything over there. Dang, that's unfortunate. Well, I guess I'll have to do something over here. Something, the obvious thing, drop your orb off into the power slot. Oh, I guess we're gonna leave the orb behind. And we have, again, ratcheted forward. So, no sense in getting lost or exploring, because you're going to just have to... Oh, I've seen these. These are what we hit to get stuff out of the ground, right? Didn't like that. Let's try it the other way. Nope, can't do it that way. Well, we only have one other interactable here, and it raises a pillar. Oh, and look on the pillar, there are all of those symbols. So, starting from the bottom, we have 3 sides, 6 sides, 5 sides. I'm gonna call that a 2. And 4. So 3, 6, 5, 2, 4. Did I remember that right? 3, 6, 5, 2, 4. I have learned to count in Cocoonese. Yeah, that's your observation learning the input code puzzle. Good job. Oh, and we got the boss key. I'm gonna call these boss keys because that's kind of what they feel like. And now, sometimes in Zelda, you'd have to figure out where you'd want to go to put the boss key in. But no, the boss key will actually shine its light to tell you where you need to go to progress forward. It's telling us we need to go back over here. And it wants us specifically to go into this orb. Oh, because it can open up. Now, it will follow us into the orb, as you just saw. We're not the only thing that can transverse the worlds. And lo and behold, it opens up the purple energy pod. Oh, and that lit up the pathway to say, hey, check out this door. Now that wasn't just a door. It was a door bridge. The door was locked and the bridge was out. You just didn't realize it. Pretty snazzy, if I do say so myself. We got some boxes down there transporting crystals. Now, oh, I love the soundscape in this game is incredible. Just gorgeous. Oh, hey, box crystal, which we can pull on its gooey eye orb. Slowly, slowly, slowly. We can't even overshoot it on its obvious path that continues forwards. It just has to make the bridge there. Cool. Thanks. That was definitely an interaction that we had. Whoa. Now this, the other one was an eye orb. That's a crane. You know what a lot of this alien design reminds me of, specifically, is the melding between organic and mechanic that you see in the Half-Life series, specifically Half-Life 2 and onwards. What is over here? This might be something because I've already looked at it in another playthrough, so I wouldn't worry about it. There's... scared the living bejeebus out of me. Oh, yeah, we can see another crane down there, which, again, that is very mechanical looking, but it could also be an organic bug-like thing. So yeah, the soundscape and the actual, like, alien design of the world, and it feels very hello. I guess we need to get our Sims to a higher, like, relationship level before we're able to interact with that plumb bob, but until then, moving forward. And now I can't go back. Heck. Heckity heck heck. It's the bee swarm. Oh! It's the bee swarm cluster thing on the statue that we woke up in here. So yes, welcome to our Zelda boss fight arena. We're gonna go take on Mothra. I would appreciate if Mothra would stop farting crystals. That'd be great. Heck. Oh, there. Okay, I can smash when they send a swarm out on me. Otherwise, it slows my movement speed. I was like 3 layers deep in, like, commentary observation, comments? Commentary comments. Yeah, there we go. That was just saying, like, this feels very reminiscent of the design of, like, the Combine, organic melded with mechanic, except here the line is even blurrier where you're not quite sure if the machine is not creating the organic. If the machine is not in itself, like, responsible for the incubation of the organic. Can we not have you interfere with my little purple doodad, I would really like that. Thank you. Did we Zelda boss correctly? Now, I'm going to avoid this at all costs. I hate the look of that. I'm going to avoid this at all cost, but if I do get hit, and I only ever do have one life in this game, any hit is lethal. Then instead of actually like dying, because there's no health system, right? It just boots you out of the boss fight arena and start again, nerd. There we go. I think that's the last hit, honestly. They don't make you go through too many phases. The bosses are more spectacle than anything. Wow! I love the melt away into the polygon primitive there. Just wanted to look in the background a little bit more while we're here. We're seeing like those egg sacs with looks like white orbs and black diamonds there. Again, I really get the sense of feeling that like there is a cohesive like world-building lore bible for everything in this game, that if you wanted to sit down, you could have the developers like explain to you exactly what it all means. Anyways, we beat the boss, and now our orb... Wow. Oh look, our orb has like little crystallese that make crystallese appear in the overworld? Are we gonna call this the overworld? Sure, we're gonna call this the overworld. Oh, and then yeah, look. Now the bridge path just materializes a bridge over here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Why did it let us split there? No reason. Could take either one. Enjoy the illusion of choice, I guess. That has powered this up. And we can move a bridge between one of two states. Now, it would never just be in the state we needed it to be. Whoa, that's a big thing in the background. I guess also, yeah, I really do like the way it plays with sense of scale. We have moved that so that it connects properly to the scaffolding placement you can see down there. And we couldn't get to it from this way because it wouldn't continue on. But I bet if we move this bridge back to its original state, because of course we had to interact with it first to do a puzzle interaction. If everything was just in the right state to begin with, there wouldn't be a puzzle. The bridges wouldn't be out. We need to put the bridges back in, and then everything's fine. We can move that bridge over that way. We've got some little mollusks down there with drills on them. Fascinating. I can't actually get that to move. Are we just going to, yeah, same old of just catch it on the way back. This was the very first bridge puzzle we had experienced. It was just slightly more obfuscated because we couldn't see the pathway initially, but thankfully I do have a little bit of object permanence in my brain. I know that things exist even if I can't see them, even if their existence requires me to be physically present with an orb. We exploring? Yeah, and then all the bridges, all the side paths just terminate. Now this is saying there's the upper, there's a lower ring and an upper ring that I'm lighting up, and it looks like I'm gonna need 2 orbs, so I'm excited to get a secondary orb. Or maybe duplicate of this first orb. Let's find out. Oh, and you will let me go back at the very least. I can't pop the power source out while it's traveling, darn. and I have to leave my orb behind. We do not take orb with us.